Hello, good morning everyone. I hope you all are good and I think you have completed your yesterday's work which I have given you. Just a recap of yesterday's topic that was heterogeneous heterotopic nutrition, and in that under that four types of nutrition we are going to study. Two of them we have already studied, that was parasitic plants and other was saprophytic plants. Parasitic plants are those which live in or in other living organisms and derive their food from them. They are called parasites. And saprophytes are those plants which live on dead and decaying matter and derive their food from it. They are called saprophytes. Best example of parasite was Cascata, being a total parasite, and partial parasitic plants was Mistletoe. Clear? Saprophytes' best examples were fungi and nitrogen. Now we are going to study about insectivorous. From the word insectivorous, you can understand that name of some insects are connected to this type of plant. Some green plants which grow in nitrogen deficient soil. Nitrogen deficient soil, what does this word mean? Actually, this word means that the soil does not contain proper amount of nitrogen. I know that you all knows about nitrogen fixation, which is very important at the time of the growth for plants. So this green plants named as insectivorous, they used to grow in that type of nitrogen deficient soil which have a unique mode of nutrition to fulfill their nitrogen requirements. They have modified some of their body parts to trap insects and digest them for their nitrogen nutrition. And such type of plants are called insectivorous, like peacho plant and Venus flytrap, blunderwood. I think you have all seen this such examples and you are reading from your last few classes. So insectivorous are those they used to adapt them like that, modified themselves like that, that some of the parts of their body trap and digest insects. Clear? The next page come to is of symbiosis. Symbiotic type of plants we can say. What is this? This is a relationship between two organisms where both benefit and is called symbiosis. This is a type of relation or an association in which two types of organisms meet. They both benefit each other. They used to get both of them and forms a relationship that is called the symbiosis, and such organisms are called symbiotants. Like example we can say lichen. Lichen is a such association in which algae, that is an autotroph, and fungi, that is an saprophyte, both together benefits each other and forms a new plant, that is lichen. The green algae prepares the food, but the fungi absorbs water and mineral salts to supply to the algae. Certain fungi live in the roots of trees, and the tree provides nutrients to the fungus. In return, the fungus provides certain nutrients from the soil to the tree. That means this type of association used to have must benefit onto the both of them, because the green algae here prepares the food and the fungi absorbs water and mineral salts which supplies to the algae. Here what happens, as an autotroph, as being algae and autotroph used to prepare food, and part of it also can be consumed by fungi, as it supplies water and mineral salts from the root to algae. So this type of fungi usually lives in the root of the soil, from where it absorbs such things and just forward to algae, which are green. As being green, you know that green pigment, usually that green pigment type plants can form, prepare their food on themselves. That is the reason why they can form. So the tree fungus provides certain nutrients from the soil to the tree. Now the next comes how nutrients are replenished in the soil. What do you know by the word re? Just what the word replenished mean? In one sentence I can make you understand. Replenished means is that the place which is used by us or used by anybody that who decreases its, we can say, formation, the fertility of that area, and is used up, and now we are going to fulfill it with a new work. So that is called replenished, a new full, again to make it a new full. Plants get their mineral nutrients from the soil. If plants and crops are grown continuously year after year, the soil loses its fertility and becomes poor in nutrients. As a result, the yield of crops goes on decreasing. Farmers apply manures and fertilizers to their fields to increase the fertility of the soil. So what happens here? You know very well, farmers are just related to the field, as they have a work of agriculture only. So what has plants get their mineral salts from the soil itself. Year on year they used to, we can say, grow different types of we can say different types of crops. So what happens, as they are going continuously year after year, so the soil loses its fertility and becomes poorer in nutrients. वही चीज़ हम कंटिन्यूसली कोई चीज़ लगातार यूज़ करते तो कभी तो वो ख़राब हो जाती है. उसे ठीक करने के लिए फिर हमें कुछ करना भी तो पड़ता है उसे. दैट इज़ वाई एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट द यील्ड ऑफ क्रॉप्स गोज ऑन डिक्रीजिंग. इसलिए क्या होता है, अगर न्यूट्रिएंट्स सॉइल में धीरे धीरे कम हो जाएंगी तो जो क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन है वो भी कम हो जाएगा, उनकी भी क्वांटिटी वो लेसर होगी. इसीलिए इसी चीज़ को देखते हुए farmers used to apply manures and fertilizers to the field to increase the fertility of soil. So what happens when they add the means we can say manure and fertilizers to soil, it replenishes the nutrients in the soil. तो उस वक्त क्या होता है, अगर farmers ये मैन्यूर्स और फर्टिलाइजर्स ऐड करते हैं सॉइल में, तो एक तरह से सॉइल न्यू कम बैक हो जाता है. मे बी वी कैन गेट मोर क्रॉप्स इन क्वांटिटी, मोर नंबर ऑफ क्वांटिटी. सो what are the main points or methods to replenish the nutrients? They are that the nutrients in the soil can be replenished by adopting following methods. First, by using manures. Second, by applying fertilizers. Third, by crop rotation method. And fourth, by growing leguminous plants. Leguminous, we can say that what are leguminous plants? Don't you know what is leguminous crops? Okay, I'm just going to say you what are leguminous crops. These are those types of crops when they are grown within the field, they used to enhance the fertility of the soil, and just that their small nodes absorbs the nitrogen from the soil and fixes it firmly to the soil, so that the crop production would be more. And all types of pulses, we can say, are leguminous plants. So now you have understood what are the different methods to replenish the nutrients in the soil. First, by using manures. Second, by applying fertilizers. Third, by crop rotation method. Fourth, by growing leguminous crops. So these are the four important points that must be known by you. And the next is, there is also a natural way by which nutrients are replenished in the soil. Natural way means naturally how we can do or replenish. These are previously which we have read out. It's a previously which we have read. It's a we can say some different types of methods by adding we can do, but natural way means how animals or other plants can do also. We are going to read out now. See, saprophytes, you know what are saprophytes? These are saprophytes act upon dead and decaying matter and break into simpler substances. You know, they used to dissolve the simpler substances and prepare a liquid which is used by the other organisms. Yeah, in the same way, what happens as bacteria breaks down protein from dead plants and minerals into nitrates, and these nitrates are absorbed by the plant roots to build new amino acids and proteins. These fungi and bacteria are known as decomposers, as they decompose the dead bodies of plants and animals into simpler substances. So what the above lines say us? See, in this diagram is there just we can say a circular way of formation. What happens? These are the producers. You know who are the producers? Actually, the plants are the producers. They are eaten up by the consumers, means small type of we can say animals like cow, goat, and that they used to eat plants. See, the word eaten is here. That means when they are eaten by consumers, and when producers means plants are eaten by consumers like that cow and goat, and as the time passed, what happens? This type of animals used to die. See, used to die. Then what happened? When they die, then this type of bacteria and fungi being decompose that dead body of animal into nutrients, minerals towards the soil. Like this the cycle goes on. Like this the cycle goes on and it's complete, and in this way they replenish the soil. This is a natural way. As we have read out, this nutrients are replenished in the soil by the farmers. It is an actually an we can say methods, different methods they are adopting to enrich the soil. Means to nutrients they must be replaced with a new types of nutrients so that the crop production must be clear, and in this way and in this form is a natural way by which also saprophytes and decomposers help out to replenish the soil. So I think it's clear up till here for you all. There would be no problem for you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I am there to help you. Come on to next page. Now today's your work. What you all are going to do? You all have taken your books and notebooks, so there is no way to make you say again and again that you all have to take your notebooks. And those who haven't taken, please purchase from your school campus, so it will be easier for you to complete your work. Now let's start our question session. First is the tick the right option. All living organisms need food to eat. The options are get energy, sleep, get angry, none of this. What would be the right answer? Do you know? Okay, I am saying get energy is the right answer. Clear? Number second, all life process require energy. It is obtained through respiration or excretion. Number B option, nutrition and respiration. Number C, excretion and digestion. Number 4, nutrition and excretion. The right answer is nutrition and respiration. Have you got? Now number 3. The green pigment found in leaves of a plant is, I know everyone knows about this answer, and is actually number A option, chlorophyll. Now number 4. Which one of the following is a parasite? I have already said you about the example. Mushroom is not the example. Dodder is not the example. Peacher plant is an example of insectivorous. The left out is fungi. Option number C is the right answer for parasite. Green plants are at the start of the chapter. I have said you only that autotrophic nutrition is that depends upon only green plants, as they are called option number D, autotrophs. Actually, this is the right answer. Number D is the right answer, that is autotrophs. So today we have completed our tick the right options, correct options. Now tomorrow we are going to take our chapter further, but you have to complete this tick the right options with a good handwriting in your notebook. Have a nice day, and tomorrow again there will be a new lecture for you with your other question session.